Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online teaching academy. Class 12 English. Today we'll start with a poem from Flamingo, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Andrine Rich. In this poem, the poet Andrine Rich talks about a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer and describes her audience in her married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of man. The tigers woven by Aunt Jennifer symbolize the freedom and confidence that seem unattainable to her in her real life. Her wish to live a free, fearless life is indicated by a choice of tigers in her tapestry. She wants to become as bold, as confident, as fearless, and as magnificent as her tigers in the panel. Let us know about the author. Andrine Rich was born in 1929 in USA. She is widely known for her involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. She has published 19 volumes of poetry, 3 collections of essays, and other writings. A strong resistance to racism and militarism echoes through her work. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences. Let us now look into the line-by-line explanation of the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Prance means to move with high steps. Topaz is a transparent yellow stone. Denizens means dwellers. Pace means to walk with slow, regular steps. Sleek is smooth and elegant. Chivalric means honorable and brave. Certainty is confidence. The poem opens with imagery describing the tigers pictured in Aunt Jennifer's craft work. Aunt Jennifer's tigers are jumping across the screen. The word prance suggests a light-hearted, proud, springing action. The reference to a screen tells that these tigers are part of a canvas or tapestry which Aunt Jennifer has embroidered. Her tapestries portray her inner feelings, conveying the constant terror she is living in. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Your Aunt Jennifer's tiger is described as golden yellow in color, shining like a topaz. The dense green forest background is their home. So they are described as denizens of a world of green. These denizens, or the dwellers of the green forest, are brought in the panel by Aunt Jennifer. She creates them through her own hands. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. So these tigers are not afraid of men who are standing under the tree because they are strong, bold, and fearless. Here we can sense the contrast of behavior between the tigers and Aunt. Though the tigers designed by her are fearless, but she herself is afraid of her husband. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. These tigers look honorable and brave and pace with confidence and certainty. Here, chivalric certainty convey the idea that the tigers are confident of their power and are brave in actions. From this stanza, we can understand that Aunt Jennifer yearns for freedom from a male-dominated society. She wants to be free and fearless like the tigers in the forest. So she has created images of the bright topaz tigers. Now let us look into the poetic devices used in these lines. Bright topaz is metaphor. The poet has used bright topaz to describe the yellow color of tigers. Bright topaz is also imagery. You can visualize it. Set sound in the phrase topaz denizens is consonants. When two consecutive lines begin with the same word, it is anaphora. Fear is personification. Here, fear is feeling associated with human, but here the tiger is not a human. Chivalric is also personification. Chivalric is associated with humans. Here it refers to the tiger being chivalric. Chivalric certainty is alliteration. Let us look into the next stanza. And Jennifer's fingers, fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Fluttering means moving about. Massive means heavy. Wedding band is the wedding ring. Aunt Jennifer's fingers, fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Here, the poet describes the fear of Aunt Jennifer towards her husband. She says that while she is doing embroidery, her fingers are fluttering through her wool and she pulls the ivory needle with great difficulty because she is terrorized by the constraints of her married life. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. She has faced many difficulties in her married life that the little ring is described as a heavy band on her trembling fingers. The ring here is associated with some bad experiences in the form of torture she has faced because of her husband's dominating behavior. It shows Aunt Jennifer is dependent on her husband. In this stanza, we can understand that Aunt Jennifer's married life has left only unpleasant and bitter memories behind. Let us see the poetic devices used in these lines. Fingers fluttering is alliteration. Fingers fluttering is also imagery. Ivory needle is also imagery. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band is hyperbole. The poet here exaggerates the weight of Aunt Jennifer's husband's wedding ring to make a point about how dominating he is. It's an exaggerated statement. We know that a wedding ring does not weigh that much. It is also symbolism. It symbolizes oppression in an unhappy married life. Let us move on to the third stanza. When aunt is dead, her terrified aunts will lie still, ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Ringed with means surrounded by. Ordeals means difficult or painful experiences. Mastered by means overpowered by. When aunt is dead, a terrified aunt will lie still, ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Hard and unpleasant experiences of her past married life will not leave her even after her death. She is ringed with ordeals because marriage has brought a host of family responsibilities by which she is surrounded. She feels so burdened by her married constraints that they seem like an ordeal to her, and this ordeal would not end upon her death. The use of mastered here suggests her husband as a master. Like how a master dominates slave in the same way, Aunt Jennifer's husband in the poem is one of the master and she is a slave who was controlled, dominated and suppressed by her husband. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. But the tigers she has made in the panel will go on jumping ahead, proud and unafraid. And Jennifer will not live in this world, but her heart and the tigers that she has created in the panel will go on jumping forever. She has created such tigers to show her desire to free herself from the constraints of her married life. She wants to be bold and fearless like her tigers. This stanza tells us that when Aunt Jennifer is dead, her terrified aunts will tell the old story of her unhappy life. After her death, her desire of freedom and fearlessness shall remain alive in those tigers which she has embroidered. Since the tigers are inanimate and captured as part of an artwork that literally cannot die, they will outlive uncle and aunt. The tigers in her artwork will continue to live the life which she couldn't live. Let us look into the poetic devices used in these lines. Terrified ants is transferred epithet. Here, aunt is terrified, not her ants. It is also synecdoche. A part is made to represent the whole. Ants is a part and the whole is Aunt Jennifer. Terrified ants representing Aunt Jennifer being terrified. It is also personification. The poetic device used in ringed is pun. Pun is the words which sound alike but have different meanings. One is the ring in her finger which sits heavily on her. Another meaning is difficulties which will always surround her. Prancing proud is alliteration. Let us look into the rhyme scheme of this poem. You can see the rhyme schemes are a pair of couplets here. Screen, green. So it is AA. Tree, certainty. So it is B, BB. Wool and pull. So C and C. Band and. It is D and D. Lie, by, E. And made and unafraid is F. So the rhyme scheme is AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF. It's a rhyming couplet.